Welcome back, everybody, to Strange Horticulture. Let's jump right back into this lovely, gray, rainy Monday. So comfy. So we start off with a pet of the kitty. Yep. Mm-hmm. Perfect. Let's go check something out. Anything. What's up? Don't have anywhere new. The town of Foxfield. Let's see what they're up to. Foxfield is a simple, welcoming place. I'm tempted to pay a brief visit to an old friend who is a brewer with his own small tavern in the village. In the end, I decide not to. Plenty to be doing back at the shop. Well, remember that for later. Let's get right down to it. Mr. Ward, welcome back. The Fox button was no help, I'm afraid. The sisterhood still refused to speak openly with me. Yeah, me too. Not that I have the time to pursue it properly. I'm rushed off my feet this week. There's been a body found up at the Swinside Stone Circle, and apparently it's a grisly one. Don't suppose you've got anything to help keep my lunch down. My stomach's never coped too well with the grisly ones. Now, it's been a day or two since I last was here. Gilded Dendra, Grey Sandfire. Tummy troubles was one of these, for sure. Eye strain. Strength? No. Clarity of visions and prophecies. Stomach pains. Bishop's parasol. That's the one we want. Found in dark, damp places, feeding on any light that gets close to it. It can seem to draw light in, enveloping its surroundings in darkness. This one just smells rotten. Ew. Is that all we've got there? Now, I know what this is. Wait a minute. This is... I remember that. Did I not? Surely I have. Goodness gracious, am I just that far behind? Wood smoke feels like rough glass paper. Strongly of soured milk, bad enough to make my eyes water. Gives off light. No. Not particularly. Found in dark, damp places. Seep a milky fluid that can be consumed as a treatment for stomach pains. Seems to draw light in. Nothing particularly dark anywhere. Keep all. I gotta organize my place, man. Dangerous? Question mark. Don't question Mark. He knows what he's doing. Wandering ball? No. Goodness. Oh, Fennett. It says Fennett is what he wants. What the hell is Fennett? I didn't even look. LM. Well, come on now. P. Hennet. There we go. Ease gastric distress. Reduce anxiety. Long, soft leaves. Boy, how did I miss that he just wanted Fennett? Goodness gracious. Don't tell anyone, but attention to detail. Never my strong suit. Smells like sweet rhubarb. No. Long, soft leaves. Soft and feathery to the touch, fingers ache. Dark blue flowers, I already checked that one. That's kind of a... Gray blue flowers with an orange center, no. Long, flat leaves. Nothing about soft. How about you, sir? The leaves are quite soft. Pale yellow flowers. Let's give this a whack. There we go. Excellent. And we got something for a witch fig. Strigia tenuis, a plant that is said to have many uses, including easing the symptoms of infection, soaking up moisture, and detecting the presence of certain compounds. It is also well liked by butterflies. It has similar leaves to the fever kiss plant, with which it is often confused. Thank you. Fennet is you. There we are. Morning. Varuna Green handed me this for you. She seemed in a good mood. I meant to tell you this yesterday, but it slipped my mind. I discovered a plant on a recent trip to Grisdale Forest, just northeast of Rusland. It was like nothing I've ever seen before. I would have brought it back with me if the sisterhood had given me a moment alone, but they seem overly protective lately. Kind regards, Verona Green. Well, we might as well have a look. Well, that's where the sisterhood is. Anything in this about location? I don't think so. We already know it's northeast of Rusland. I mean, we can check a little deeper. As soon as I step off the road, two members of the sisterhood step out and remind me that this is their forest. I am not welcome here. I try showing them the sister's letter, but they tell me I'm in the wrong place and move me along without offering any help. Very well. We shall put that where it goes. Curious or uncurious? What are you? Surely you go on top of that. Yes. Oh, no. Give me. Oh, fine. I have neither the time nor the inclination to explain myself to someone who sleeps under the blanket of security which I provide and then questions the manner in which I provide it. Says Faye Swift. No, I'm afraid the camphor you gave me is helping me sleep, and I'm very grateful for it, but the visions are as strong as ever. The woman in the jade mask appears in my dreams every night. She screams at me, but I do not know why, and behind her that presence is always there, dark and dreadful. I don't know what to do. The dreams feel like a warning that I don't understand, a mosaic of color that refuses to come into focus. Some part of me wants to stare down that abyss, but I'm afraid. Now, what I can either ease it or I can intensify it. I wonder which. At least that's what I imagine. Produces a red flower, shielding effect protecting against afflictions of the mind. Long thin stems grow among tall leaves. Or it can enhance psychic abilities, strengthening the clarity of visions and prophecies. Which way, Ms. Swift? Oh, I have all sorts of things here now. Bethany, the sister, Interesting. Interesting, interesting, interesting. What is the barrister, librarian? Cult Scholar. Well, Aguirre it is. I'm not here to just treat you, madam. I am here to back you up as you stare into the abyss, which, I need not remind you, gazes also. Just, you know, thought I'd let you know. You know. Light blue flowers, rounded tufts of gentle lambswool. Those aren't flowers. Those are small red berries. Mulberries. Light blue. And I haven't seen it already, right? I haven't identified it. I don't even know that I have any on me. Light blue flowers. No thorns. That's the only blue one I really see. Clavilium, lemon dandy. No. Light blue flowers. I genuinely don't know if I can give you that right now. Aguria. Well, I wonder, maybe I can... Here, just sit tight, darling. Nope. Okay, well, let's move this forward. Candlewood. Worryless. Worryless is an aptly named plant. Inhaling the smell of the flowers is said to help ease symptoms of anxiety. So, positively identified. Next. Margaret Elsbeth. We don't come to Undermere often, but I heard about your shop, and I said to Francis, we simply must pay a visit. It's a wonderful breath of a life in an otherwise dreary town. I'm the green-fingered one, and it's not really his cup of tea, but I persuaded him the trip would do him good, and besides, he'll be wanting to take a boat out on the lake. Shame about this awful weather, though. You must come to Cizre. We have a small library with some books on plants that my grandfather acquired many years ago. I'm sure they'll be of interest to you, to a horticulturalist such as yourself. Cordially invited. Ooh, to Cizre Castle. Lord and Lady Elsbeth. Well, let's have a go. Egremont, Muncaster, Gleason. There it is. I am greeted enthusiastically by Lady Elsbeth herself. She is very talkative and has many questions on horticulture that I do my best to answer as she takes me on a tour of the gardens. Oh, you must take a sample of this back with you, she exclaims, pointing at a plant that I do not recognize. But before I can stop to take a look, she has already whisked me on to the next. And this one too, she says. I am quite exhausted by the time we make it to the library, and I don't have the time to make as thorough a study as I would like. Nevertheless, I am able to find an interesting entry that I note down. Don't forget these, Lady Elsbeth cries as I... Don't forget these, Lady Elsbeth cries as I make to leave. She thrusts the plants from the gardens into my hands, and I thank her warmly. Hey, there we go. Oh, fever kiss, I'm pretty sure. The red berries provide an energy boost that lasts several hours. The leaves are pale in color, I'll bet. And 2 new plants. Oh, you're gorgeous ones. Love, 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 love. Wie wunderbar. Kiss in purple. Calls it a maybe. So, do I have anything in the archive? Oh, I see. That's what goes in the archive. Does it only store 2? And do these... Northeast... Oh, that was the one that... I wondered where that stuff went. Okay, so this dangerous... Probably something to that. Philip Shaw. Mushroom, red spores, moves in the dark. That's all I've got. Any ideas? Why, yes. That'd be a wandering bew. What did I get out of that? Whatever. Favercus. Whatever. Okay. Next. Selena Scott. Actually, they're saying Blackcomb is haunted now. Bradley Miller told me he saw the ghost of a huge deer, antlers and all, but then Bradley Miller also says he can talk to squirrels. Either way, there's something evil in them hills. I'm not taking any chances. Awful what happened to that poor young man up at Swinside. I've come for some stinking Mount Cap. It says Sunset Mount Cap. What have I got? What have I got? Domed caps. Unpleasant odor. Unwanted souls and spirits. This one. Well, if I could cut it open, I'll just bet. That's gotta be our guy. It was. Henchuck. The fruit of the henchuck can have startling effects on memory. Even a small dose can result in short-term memory loss, but in larger amounts it has been known to cause severe amnesia. The tuberous bulb has an unusual structure, growing in bursts that give it a striped appearance when cut open. When the outer layer hardens and turns blue-green, it is ready to harvest. And Tinky. That's a full day's work, lad. Let's head off to... Where have we not been yet? Lots of places, I imagine. Just over to Hawkshead. Oh, I should have gone to... Oh, blast. Should have gone to that town she was... Sedberg. Was that the one? Anyway. Hawkshead is a characterful tangle of alleys, archways, and cobbled squares. Although most of the residents are honest, hard-working tradesfolk, it is still prudent to stay alert when navigating the town's warren of lanes. You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. I have noticed a shady-looking character draped in hood and cloak following me from afar since I arrived. He is probably just a local eccentric, but in these troubled times it is not worth taking any risks. That'll make it a day. Another day of intrigue, capped off with another card. At 15, her mother, strong, dependable, loving, was struck down by typhoid. The girl drew inward as her father turned to drink. She lives alone in the castle to the northwest of the abbey. She buried her husband 3 miles to the east, where the Everheart grows. Ooh! Well, then tomorrow we're going to go get us some Everheart. We'll see you then. Bye-bye. Oh, for pity's sake.